Hi everyone, this is Holly and Belai aboard 34 Vampires and thank you for joining us. We recently had a really pleasant stay in a little Tudor town called Worsley. Although as the weather was good, it was pretty busy, we still got to go out and have a bit of a walkabout and explore the area. It's absolutely stunning and some of the most scenic area that we've seen yet since we've been living on the boat. So we're going to take you on a bit of a tour and take you a little bit around the town so that you can see what's here. So this was the bridge that we actually came in under that brought us to the area that we were mooring. So we went underneath and we turned just round to the right. Now, as you can see, the water's really orange. This is to do with all of the mining that was in the area. So the water is orange because of the iron. And although the mines aren't used now, as the boats go through, it still stirs up the iron at the base of the canal, which is why the water's that colour. So as you can see, spring's in the air, so we're going to go out and about and go and have a look, and all of what you're seeing is within sort of minutes of walk from where we're actually moored. So everything was sort of really close by, and as you can see, nature's kind of popping out everywhere, even on our fenders. We're starting to grow things. We've seen our first ladybugs of the year and everything is starting to green up and look really, really beautiful now. Before the canal arrived in 1961, Worsley was a quiet rural village of farmers and weavers. In the next 30 years, the population nearly doubled after the works yard opened to serve the canal and the coal mines. home to engineers, masons, carpenters, sawyers, blacksmiths and boat builders. The works yard was the crowded, noisy and dirty place, very different from the village green that you see standing here today. And these are the houses that were in the video earlier behind the fountain, so you can get sort of a better close-up view here of what it is that it actually looked like.
Gently, you bugger. Oh, that was better. Gently. Ooh, maybe not. We'll add those because they're small bits.
The other side of the footbridge that we saw earlier are the dry docks, and these were built around 1761 for Francis Egerton, the 3rd Duke of Bridgewater, the driving force behind the Bridgewater Canal. They were designed by engineers John Gilbert and James Brindley. Their purpose was building and repairing barges used to carry coal from the Duke's mines at Worsley. At the time this canal was revolutionary. It is often considered the first modern industrial canal in Britain, built specifically to move coal cheaply. The Worsley dry docks were widely regarded as possibly the earliest surviving dry docks on the British canal system. Originally there were 3 docks, though only 2 survive today. They worked by letting water in from the canal, floating a boat inside and then draining it so that repairs could be done underneath. This setup was key to maintaining the fleet of narrowboats that kept the coal trade running. The docks were later covered with timber and iron sheds, mainly 19th century additions. The surrounding area, Worsley Green, was once a busy industrial yard with workshops, timber yards and warehouses. By the 20th century, parts of the site declined and one dock was filled in. So today, the surviving docks are Grade 2 listed for their historic importance. They're still in use in a limited way, with a modern boatyard continuing the tradition of dry docking. Originally, Worsley was just a small rural settlement with very limited industry, mainly a corn mill and local quarrying. That changed dramatically in the mid-1700s when Francis Egerton, the 3rd Duke of Bridgewater, inherited the estate and its rich coal deposits. The coal under Worsley would become the reason the village exploded into importance. So again, you can see here how spring's popping her head up. This is all the herbage and everything that's growing along the side of the towpath next to where we're moored. And yeah, it just, you know, knowing that the spring and the summer is ahead of us is just absolutely lovely, because, you know, although winter passed quickly, it's always nice to get the sunshine back and be able to crack on, clean the boat and get everything done. So this boat you can see here is certainly longer than ours. It's probably a 70-footer, I would imagine. So yeah, there's certainly some bends that we wouldn't want to be getting one of those around. Just 60 foot on some places, and the canal, you know, with the turns and things, is a lot to do. As you can see here, there's some absolutely beautiful reflections in the water. That's some of the things, I know it sounds such a simplistic thing, but some of the reflections we see are just beautiful. You know, it's like that as above, so below. And yeah, I really enjoy it.
They're very popular. I think it's one of the oldest parts of the town, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's absolutely lovely. Look, yeah, the swans coming along. They're obviously so used to people feeding them.
It's just absolutely beautiful walking along here, and to think it's only probably about 70 yards from where we're moored. And other than, you know, they're obviously being quite busy because of the other towpath users, because of the weather, it's just absolutely beautiful just to walk along here and explore. You can see here too just how beautifully the bridge is made, not like the modern structures that we have today that can be a bit sort of concretey and a bit of an eyesore. This is just sort of absolute, you know, stone masonry. It's just beautiful. It's a stunning huge magnolia tree in this garden next door to the Delphin. It's absolute beauty. It's the first one I've seen this year. It's one of my favourite trees. As you can hear, there's quite a hum of traffic in the background, and it's hard to believe that just sort of up the road around the corner a little bit, you can see the sign there is actually the slipway to the motorway. As you can see here on this information board, it mentions gongoozler, and that's also a nickname as well for what we call idle spectators sort of thing, who sort of stand on bridges, on the towpaths and everything, watching as we go by, because it's certainly not uncommon, you know, when you're going through locks, under bridges and everything, that, you know, you have the public sort of standing and watching. And when you're new boaters and you're going through locks and things, it can be a bit off-putting, but we're getting used to it over the time. But as we go through Manchester, obviously we're expecting to be a lot more of it going on, especially as it'll probably be sort of around half-term time as well. And then the rains came along with the wind, so unfortunately I wasn't able to do any more filming, so I'm going to have to leave this one there. But take care and keep an eye out for the next video that will be out soon, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch up with you again.